Major Slack Videos.
Well, yeah, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. Let's walk through some more Horizon Zero Dawn, playing on very hard difficulty, and this is it. This is the big kahuna. We have basically two quests left to beat the game: the Looming Shadow and the Face of Extinction. The Looming Shadow is just kind of a walk around and review your defenses and talk to the Sun King and stuff like that. There's no combat whatsoever in this, and you can also skip most of it. You know, part of the objectives are just optional, but I'm going to do them all. All right, so this is it. Hades intends to use the spire to transmit a resurrection signal, pardon me, calling millions of buried war machines from their graves. When the time comes, Aloy must stand against the shadow, but she will not fight alone. All right, so our first objective is to talk to the Sun King. Let's go there now. I'm starting out here at Meridian Gate, which is the easiest way to get to the Sun King. It's a lot easier than going from the campfire here from Meridian. Also, let me just show you my loadout. This is what you should do as well, because once you get kicked into the next mission, you don't want to be having to swap around weapons and armor on the fly as soon as the first boss fight. There's several boss fights? Yes, there's several boss fights. As soon as the first boss fight starts, you don't want to be swapping around weapons and armor. You want everything ready just in case you have to try it again. You probably will have to try it again if you're new to this game. I would definitely put on this right here. This provides the best defense against the first boss fight. All right, and I took the trouble to load up on all my resources, everything. So I've got full guns all the way around, everything. Okay, ready to go. What's going to be doing most of the heavy lifting is the fire arrows from the Shadow Hunter bow and all three kinds of explosives from the blast bomb. All of them. Yeah, all when it comes to use. That's pretty much all you need for the first boss fight. And then I'll explain more about the other ones as things happen. Alright? And you probably also want to have a resist fire potion ready to go. That plus the Karjan blazer will provide you excellent protection as long as you follow the strategy that I outlined. Alright, but for now, let's do the Looming Shadow. Let's go talk to the Sun King. Okay, so just telling you about all the preparations I made. Oh, and of course, you know, full medicine pouch and you know, got lots of health potions. I took the trouble to fill up everything. Okay, you should too. It. Lovely when these guys come to attention.
That crazy
Aloy runs
tried
by
to kill
them.
our Sun King until the machine riders stopped him cold.
That's it.
Feet.
Wake up! Wake up!
Sorry, I have no news that would interest you.
Wake up!
Don't let your guard down.
Okay, there's one of them on that often says, "I am awake and alert too." It's pretty funny.
Go if you're lost. I'm a guard, not the town crier.
All right.
It's not right.
Okay, so here is Avad. Sun King, dude. Shit's about to jump off. Come on, you gotta get ready.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Alright, next objective is to talk to Blameless Murad.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge of defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
That's it. That's all you have to do. Now we have two optional objectives. Review the preparations at the ridge and review the preparations at the Spire. But you don't have to do those. All you have to do is to continue is go to Olin's apartment, which is right here. But let's review the defenses. Let's start with the ridge. And you probably want to do this because this is a rare situation in a video game where they actually give you a chance to, in effect, practice before a boss scenario. So, the easiest way to get to this location is not like running all the way down through here, but rather just going to this campfire here, and then we'll just call up a mountain right up there. Swimming, running through a stalker location, but that's no problem. Normally. I'm recording, so you know how it goes. Get the recording handicap, everything goes awry. Horribly awry. Okay, so. Oops. Alright. North, my good man. Don't stop for anything. You're going down. Okay, going for the bridge. And here is the ridge.
Polish that armor with it?
Talk to three people here. Teb,
Isn't that a
Petra,
little...
and Benasha.
Out
Let's
with
start
the
with
woman.
Teb.
Forget I said anything.
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Machines or bandits try to get past me.
Alright, so these supplies are pretty meager, but whatever, take them.
Couldn't
There you
be
go.
different to the sacred land.
And some of Elizabeth Sobek's journals are coming in, being decoded.
Fear what Sunfall made.
And here is Vanasha, let's talk to her.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little Huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
King of Odd sent spies to
All right,
Prince Edom
and finally, let's go talk to Petra.
Petra!
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges, so I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Now, at this point, you actually get to test out the guns that you're going to get during... This is the second of 3 boss fights that you're going to have to undertake to complete the game. So if you want to do that, do this one here. Do you need to test it out?
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
Okay, some minor spoilers ahead for the next 30 seconds or so. Alright, so starting now. This is what you're going to be using to fight just an absolute onslaught of machines coming from this direction here. And here across the bridge and over there. Alright, you're going to have 2 of these babies, 2 of these awesome cannons. It's the same as before, we already tried them out. Aim, hold down the fire button, it's got to load up. And fire. You don't have to fully load it either, you can just load it partially and let it fire, but it won't really fire a few shots or even just 1 shot. Okay, so you want to wait till that thing completely loads, now you get a full load. And it's got really good range. So if you aim high, see, that's fantastic range. See that? Yeah, so you may want to practice with this because once shit really gets out of hand, pardon my French, it could get really hellacious here. So you want to be able to hold them off as much as you can.
How
with
many men do you
these
think
two
you'll kill in the
Osram
battle,
cannons? There's only one here now, but when the time comes, there's going to be
I
another
love
one
it
over
when
here.
You say things like that.
Right?
It's so
Now, once you go off these
What?
pods,
cheerful.
Aloy automatically drops the Osram cannon. So you only get to use them while you're on these pods. Okay, so watch when she goes off, she automatically drops it. Alright? So once things start pouring in here, you know, then you're in dire straits. It gets pretty hellacious. But I'm going to show you how to get through that. Right? So like I said, you're going to want to practice with this thing.
This might even the odds.
Especially on the bridge here.
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow.
Okay. Infinite ammo. Don't worry about that. That's not the issue. Okay, so that is it. We have completed reviewing the preparations at the ridge. Let's go to the spire. And you can't take your mount past this point here, but you can call up a mount once you get a little deeper in this area. So we're going to go down here. Should be able to call up a mount around here and then we can just ride in. Even now, let's try it. No, not yet.
My family might still be alive, and you're going to stand here and do nothing?
Just because he failed to kill the Sun King doesn't mean he's any less guilty. He should pay.
You wear a fitting reward. Brave.
Here we go. Taxi. Yeah. I don't know if it's really dedicated. Come on. Come on.
Hup.
Okay, over you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, out of the way. Yeah, you. Whoops. He's trashed the breach right now. He's like, oh, don't mind if I do. Alright, here we go. And come on. Yeah, mule. Yeah. Get it. Get it. Okay, we're gonna take this winding path up the mountain. This is something else you probably want to practice too, because when the time comes, you're gonna be running up this mountain
Sun's making a show of it.
under heavy fire, if I recall correctly. Whoa, wait, easy, what's that? And we're going up the stairs here. And into the arena. Okay, once again we're going to talk to 3 people here.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These cards are in there
Start with
frill
Sona.
armor.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Alright, some nice happy thoughts from Sona. Let's move on to... Varl. Varl, what say you?
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh?
Yeah.
Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Sounds like Varl's kind of sweet on Aloy. That's alright. She's a cutie patootie.
So who are these guys?
Male would be.
They call
Okay,
themselves
finally, Aaron.
the Eclipse.
Gotta love these guys.
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
Yeah.
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Aaron. Ursa would be proud.
Only if we win.
You gotta love Aaron's illustrious vocabulary. That's big. Okay, Aaron. I wouldn't break your brain on that one. Alright, so that's it. Completed all the objectives. It only remains to rest before the final battle. That takes place back here at Olin's apartment here in Meridian. So let's fast travel to this campfire here. Strongly recommend that you do a save there. Just in case you don't like your loadout, you can change it. Be a whole bunch of cutscenes, and then the first major boss fight starts. But yeah, do a save here, definitely. And let's go rest in Olin's apartment. Just go up here and across. Basically to the market. Then over here. Hang it right here and into Olin's apartment.
Feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
No, we're good. Maybe you want to get your fire arrows ready, because that's the first thing you're going to use, and your blast bombs ready. Not that the game will respect that once you reload and autosave, but whatever. Give it the benefit of the doubt. This is the point of no return, as the game is clearly warning you. No way back. So let's do it to it.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
Okay, and at this point you earn the All Allies Joined achievement if you did everything in the previous videos that I outlined, all those side quests.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not wood smoke.
Then what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says!
Set loaded! All of you, be ready to fire!
Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out. No! Rally the vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
You have vexed me long enough.
Oh no, not a cliffhanger, yes! A patented Major Slack cliffhanger! The Helios boss fight is coming up first thing next video. I want to do it like this because it'll make it a lot easier for people who want to figure out how to beat Helios. I always do that with boss fights in separate videos. Plus, I love to torture you guys. Thanks for watching. And if you thought this video was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and post a comment because I love to hear from my target audience. All right, stay tuned for the Helios boss fight coming up tomorrow. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.